Group E regular season and the battle between Galatasaray and PAOK. Well, it does not get any better than this. Raucous fans piling into this famous arena to watch a couple of teams that have traded blows already this season in what really was a classic encounter. A game back on October 25th, one that PAOK won 81-74. Now you already see in Group E this week, PAOK breathing some life into their campaign, winning 76-69 over a struggling Nuremberg, and that has really thrown up some interesting possibilities in this group. In fact, these incredible fans of Galatasaray will know that the potential is there for all four teams to be 3-3 by the end of game day 6 following that PAOK win. But Galatasaray also know that if they win tonight, they will definitely be in the round of 16. So remember, the winners go through to the round of 16, and then the teams that finish second and third will battle it out in playoffs in a bid to get there. So everything's still open. PAOK's situation, PAOK Mateco, not quite as precarious as it looks there in fourth place, because they are 2-2 and they would get a participation point. Even if they were to lose this game, they'd go to 2-3, and you would have those three teams on 2-3 records. But they're not thinking about losing. They're thinking about getting a third consecutive win. And really, this team seems to be coming together at the right time in the regular season, the way they've been playing. Andreas Christodoulou, Jermaine Love has been terrific. Mihail Kambaridis, Nikos Kamarianos, David DeLeo, Vangelis Manzares, the veteran, Apostolos Romoglu, Yorgos Kambaridis, Marvin Jones, Vasilis Koliopoulos, and all of them coached, obviously, wonderfully by Aristides Lykoyanis. So PAOK coming here on a mission to prove that their recent form in the Basketball Champions League is no fluke. And they did follow up their first win over Galatasaray by traveling to Nuremberg and winning that one in the Czech Republic 75-71. For Galatasaray, well, Ekrem Memnun, the coach, D. Bost, Melo Trimble, Sadiq Kabajah, Rudvan Onjai, Ere Aydogan, Egi Arar, John Burke Kus, Okban Ulubai, Kerry Blackshear. It's a very good lineup all the way top to bottom, and I'm sure that Ekrem Memnun, especially with the likes of leading scorer Akun Purcell, Devon Akun Purcell in this team, they are thinking big, not just tonight, but on the season. So we have set the table nicely, we feel like, for a really good encounter on this game day. Some interesting results already. We've already shown you one of them with PAOK winning over Nuremberg. Remember, this PAOK team was really struggling. They trailed by 12 points at the end of the third quarter at Nuremberg in their last game, and then they fell behind by as many as 15 points in the fourth quarter, yet they never gave up. They focused, they concentrated, they played with a lot of that famous PAOK pride that we've grown accustomed to seeing in the Basketball Champions League in recent seasons. It might not be a team that is always turning on all cylinders, but once it finds its groove, this PAOK team can compete with any team. And that is what we have been witnessing in their last couple of games. And that is why they come here so confident in their chances of getting a third consecutive win. And they believe in their chances of getting all the way to that first spot that would take them to the round of 16 directly, instead of having to go through the playoffs. But again, everything is open at this stage, and that's what makes it so fun in year number 6 in the Basketball Champions League. Now, we've had a couple of teams from Turkey make it to the final of the Basketball Champions League in year 1. Of course, it was Banvit. They fell to Tenerife. You see D. Bost coming out, and Trimble and Kabajah and Onjai, all of these terrific Galatasaray players. And we also saw Pinar Karşıyaka make it to the final last season. Now, they have not won a team from Turkey has not won this competition. This could be the year. You never know. It certainly looked like this country had as good a chance as any of making it to the top. There's Ekrem, again, the coach of Galatasaray, great guy, going to shake the hands of Aristides Likoyannis. So you can hear the crowd, the atmosphere. It's perfect. We have had a team from Greece win it, obviously, in year number 2. It was AEK. AEK hosting the Final Four, marching to that title. A memorable year for them. And seemed like on a couple of occasions they might be heading out of the door early, yet they kept it alive, and by the time they got to the Final Four, AEK were the winners. So this PAOK team with this incredible tradition in Thessaloniki for so many years really captivated. They want to get back to the top in Greece, and they want to get to the top in this Basketball Champions League. So we are, again, just minutes away from the start of this contest. So some of the other players, I forgot to mention David Kravish and Goksen and Kokso also in that roster, on that roster of Galatasaray, and we expect Ekrem to go deep to that roster as he usually does. There he is. I guess a lot of us first came into touch with Ekrem when he was coaching the Turkey women's national team. So he has coached both the men and the women, and certainly a great one at that. So all-star refereeing crew today: Alexander Glizic, Wojciech Liszka, and Martins Kozlovskis from Serbia, Poland, and Latvia. Glizic in the middle, Liszka on the right, and Kozlovskis was standing there on the left. And those are 3 referees that have reffed in the big games, not just in European basketball and Basketball Champions League, but also international competition. So for PAOK, Andreas Christodoulou, Jermaine Love, David DeLeo, Derek Ogbede, and Vangelis Mantzaris, the veteran, in the starting 5. And there is Coach Aristides Likoyannis. Likoyannis, I thought, really did a fine job coaching this team the last couple of games. Very tight contest, making the important adjustments when he had to. DeBost, Melu Trimble, Egi Arar, Kerry Blackshear Jr., and Devon Akun Purcell in the starting 5 for Galatasaray. And they will be hoping, their fans anyway, that the fans are going to roar them to a big win here today. Whenever you have Greek clubs and Turkish clubs trade blows, also you have that added spice that makes it a little extra special. The electric atmosphere always when teams from those countries meet each other. So Ekrem gives the high fives, very intense. And let's go down to the bench and listen to Likoyannis. Well, it's so loud in the C9 Airdom Dome. It brings back memories of so many big games that have been played here over the years. You go back to 2010 when Turkey made it all the way to the final before falling to a rampaging United States team that was led by Kevin Durant. But this arena has certainly had its share of big-time basketball. And tonight, once again, 2 clubs with a lot of aspirations, a lot of ambition, a lot of hope of going very deep in this competition. Certainly not just making up the numbers, but in really what can only be described as the most competitive season in the Basketball Champions League so far. They have their sights set on getting to the Final Four and winning this championship. But you got to take it one step at a time. And this is a huge step for both of these clubs. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Istanbul, the city where East meets West, and it's Galatasaray taking on PAOK, and PAOK coming right out and stealing the basketball after Galatasaray winning the opening tip and then racing in for a go-ahead layup, a goal interference call. Ball had already hit off the backboard, so first blood goes to PAOK here in hostile territory. Not the type of start that Ekrem would have envisioned for his Galatasaray team, that's for sure. But PAOK have come here again on a mission. Floating in, putting it up and in, debossed. Well, debossed knows what it's all about. Made it to the Final Four in year one with Monaco. And he has established a big-time reputation for himself. Driving in, putting it up, and missing was Jermaine Love. Now quickly to the other end goes Galatasaray. And the ball, a little bit chaotic. Devon, Akun, Purcell, and Trimble getting in on the act there. There's Melo Trimble trying to save it in bounds. So the turnover was on Devon Akun Purcell. Now the bounce pass into Ogbede. Oh, it hits the backboard and rims out. Oh, good high percentage shot that PAOK would have settled for. Ogbede just didn't get it to drop. Here's Bost. Clanks it off the rim and the backboard. There's Manzadas feeding that low post. And Trimble knocking the ball away, and Galatasaray almost coming up with the basketball. Excuse me, that was David DeLeo that was hemmed in. Now putting it up, Love, and you know he's loving that. Putting PAOK in front. He really has hit some big shots in their last couple of games. Bost, they share the basketball. Great help from behind by DeLeo, but he reaches over and is whistled for the foul. A little bit of contact. Yeah, I mean, that's an easy call for the ref because he's got his left arm draped all over the offensive player. Akun Purcell drives in with the left hand, well guarded by Jones, one of the premier shot blockers. Now Blackshear, he can hit the three, but it's off the back of the iron, the top of the backboard. Now Akun Purcell from the left, and it's good. Well, that's what Akun Purcell does. He can score anywhere. Manzadas. Ogbede catches it, goes to work on Egiadar, and boy, he just took him to town, didn't he? He took him to school. Trimble. Akun Purcell, quick pass down low. Egiadar, boy. Good look from Akun Purcell. It's not just about the scoring for him. He's also a creator. Always looking to make that pass. Tough assignment for Egiadar. And Ogbede goes in. This time, Adar won that battle. Akun Purcell pulls up. Love rebounds and runs. Manzadas, and fouled by Egiadar. Yeah, Manzadas knew he had that matchup. Went right past Egiadar, the 25-year-old power forward. Manzardes dumps it, and Jones takes the body from Blackshear. So Marvin Jones will go to the free throw line for PAOK. Jones comes into this game having struggled on the season a little bit. His numbers have gone up just a bit, up to 66.7% now, so that's respectable. And again, in those last couple of games, he hit some big ones, but you can see he was well short with that attempt. And the 1 of 2 effort knots the game at 7. Blackshear trying to beat DeLeo. Here's Bost. Arar turns, puts it up. And I think PAOK will be happy that he'll settle for that shot. Jones with the board. And now PAOK. Remember, they won the first meeting, PAOK 81-74 back on October 25th in really what was a must-win game, having started the season 0-2, albeit a couple of heartbreaking defeats. 4-point loss at Igukea and a 1-point home defeat to Ehrenberg. And there you can see the teams getting tangled up there. Blackshear not too happy to be picking up his second foul, so both he and Adar go out, and David Kravish, the former Manresa man, comes into the game, as well as Kabaja, who just played for Turkey in the European qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And Marvin Jones can't get the drop. DeLeo, and now Kravish with his first board. Siakun Purcell wants to get out and run if possible. Manzardes reaches in with the quick hands, but is whistled for the foul. Might have been on Jones, in fact. There's Trimble. They're not giving him much space. He wants to put him up. Akun Purcell, well, that's his range, and he hits another three, number 44. Devon Akun Purcell, full 1.5 meters behind the arc. And that previous foul was indeed on Jones. Now Love. Manzardes. Feet set, puts it up, and also a foul down low on Akun Purcell, clearing out. So he fouls Andres Christodoulou, and the basketball will stay at this end for PAOK. So a potential huge trip down the floor. Love, again, he'll take Kabaja, steps back, puts it up. It's good. They're getting those mismatches, the guards on the power forwards of Galatasaray, and it's very easy for PAOK to get those open jumpers. Here's Trimble. Uh-oh, PAOK fall down, and that's the price. You simply cannot leave that man open. Trimble is one of the game's better three-point shooters. He certainly takes his share. He's hitting 38.2% coming into this game. Now that percentage is higher, and now Manzardes somehow just kind of fumbles the ball out of bounds. And Kravish might have gotten away with a little bit of a foul there on the hand, but it was soft. So Manzardes goes out. Into the game is Kolopolos. So close contest here, 6.5 minutes in. Galatasaray up by just 1 point. Trimble. Kravish backing up. Little turnaround jump hook. He gets it back. Now Boston, Akun Purcell range. Boy, there's something about that spot on the floor that Galatasaray liked. It's a second three-pointer from that spot. This time by Boston. And Galatasaray go up by 4 points. Boston came in hitting 36.6% of his threes. Nice pump fake, Jermaine Love, but then he traveled. Well, that's going to be frustrating for him. He just needs a oh yeah, excellent call. You saw him shuffle his feet right at the beginning. Christodoulou goes out of the game. Yorgos Kabaridis rather, number 21 in the contest. And now the turnaround jumper is good from Kravish. Biggest lead of the game now for Galatasaray. Remember, they lost the first game by 7, so they'd like to win this one. Well, they just need to get a win. And jump shot is good from Love. You know, if it comes down to goal differential, though, you never know how these things are going to fish out. If we end up with 4 3-3 teams, that'll be incredible with tiebreakers coming into play. Nice handoff by Melo Trimble to Kabaja. Number 6 takes it up to a 6-point lead for the second time. And PAOK have seen enough. Lukianis calls timeout. PAOK mateco started well enough. It's just starting to fade a little. Let's listen. Well, it's safe to say that he was not happy with his team's execution. With Giannis raising his voice. That was the jump hook that fell in. Turnaround jumper rather. This was Melo Trimble with the handoff. They've just got so many options offensively in this Galatasaray team. I mean, you take Akun Purcell out of it, you could try to take Melo Trimble out of it, but those two guys are smart enough to where they are going to find their teammates. If they have double teams coming, you've also got D. Bost, who also is a problem offensively for opponents. And Kerry Blackshear is going to get his share of points. So that is a fab four, really, in many respects for Galatasaray. Pull up from the right. It's good. Well, coach will keep him in the game. Look at that. They hustle down the floor, and Akun Purcell beats the PAOK defense in a dead sprint. Jermaine Love tried to feed it to his teammate. The hands were up on defense. Uh-oh, Melo Trimble. I tell you, he's almost automatic, folks. When he is in his rhythm, look out. They call him Melo Trimble. That's right. You can make up a song about that if you want. Now, here it is in the corner. Kolopolos again. How about that? Back-to-back for number 31. Well, no time to get nervous on the big stage here. And Kolopolos coming off the bench and getting it done. D-Boss. Kabaja says, I'm going to take a page out of your book, and he does. That area of the floor has been very kind to Galatasaray. They go back up by 8 points. Love lets it fly. This time is short. Kabaja rebounds, gets it to Kravish. And now Galatasaray will probably try to take it down. Oh, no, they don't. Bost had Kabaja open, so he made the pass. And I don't know if Kabaja felt like they were going to hold it. No, he was ready. And really, if you get your hand on it, you got to catch that ball. That ball goes out of bounds. And a little bit harsh. DeBost is called for the turnover. Memnon might not be best pleased, thinking they should have held it for the final shot, and for this reason, now PAOK have it. And Kolopoulos, who's hit a couple of threes, and here he is, passing it down low and putting it up and in Christodoulou. But they've left Galatasaray with time. Oh, quick pass down low, and just as they were falling out of bounds, Rudvan Onjai, the buzzer sounds. So missed opportunity there at the end for Galatasaray, but nevertheless they lead it 28-22 over PAOK. 6 3-pointers already for Galatasaray in that opening quarter. PAOK have hit 3, and just excellent shooting all around, especially for the home team. Well, the crowd was ready to go an hour beforehand, and it has only gotten even louder as the game has gone on. This rhythmic chanting and singing, and you can see it really gives a lift to Galatasaray. But PAOK, in these circumstances, have handled themselves relatively well. The only problem that they've got is they've given up way too many points in that opening quarter. And okay, well, this Gala team has hit some 3-pointers, 6 in all. They're not going to shoot that well for the rest of the game. Although with Trimble, you never know. He had 33 in a game earlier this season when they took on Aaron Nimberg, when he was scintillating 8 of 10 from deep. So that's always possible. But with Ekrem Memnon, he has to be happy overall that they've been moving the basketball, getting some good looks, and even when they've turned it over, really, they should have had some points. Well, that was definitely a 4-point swing right at the end when the ball went off of Kabaja's hand and out of bounds, and PAOK were able to go down and score. So Christodoulou is going to inbound the basketball here for PAOK to start the second quarter. Second quarter underway here. Galatasaray leading at 28-22 over PAOK Mateco, and it is an exciting event, folks. Nice drive to finish not there, but Obede gets the offensive rebound and misses with the putback attempt, but he was fouled by Kabaja. Yeah, he missed it because he was fouled by Kabaja. See that? He got him on the left arm, the forearm. Good minutes from Kabaja here early, though. Obede takes the first and makes it. It's good to see Ekrem Memnon giving his Turkish players good quality minutes here. He's got more coming off the bench as well. But the youngster Kabaja is trying to make the most of his, and when you consider how old he is, great experience, just 20 years of age. And he only just turned 20. He was 19. Now, Trimble turns it over. Kravish. No, foul is on Kravish, so setting the screen. And again, PAOK with an opportunity to pull closer. Kolopoulos has hit a couple of threes. Trimble now putting it up from deep, and Kabajat rebounds, picks up the loose ball rather, and then the foul. Kolopolos. That was Yorgos Kavaridis, who missed from the left corner for PAOK, who so far are not too bad from three-point range, 3 of 6. The Galatasaray is 6 of 9. And Trimble again finds some space. This time he's short. They must be breathing a sigh of relief, PAOK, that Trimble missed, because he usually looks like he's going to knock it down. Gets it back to Kabajat. Kabajat's pass batted. Batted out of bounds by Nikos Kamarianos. Boss checks in. Manzares checks in. Another Trimble goes out. So it's Akun Purcell, Bost, Kabajat, Kravish, and Onjai in the game. And putting it up, Akun Purcell hits a 3, falling down. Well, he's been a big-time player over the years in the Basketball Champions League, but he really looks like he's put it all together this season, doesn't he? Here he is chasing the basketball. 3-point shot, rims out. Ooh, dangerous pass. And Kravish, for the second time in this quarter, the last couple of minutes, slow setting the screen. And you have to love the defense by Yorgos Kavaridis. After he missed the shot, he always looked like he might come up with a steal. And while he didn't get the steal, he did force the turnover with that offensive foul. So he's going to go out after taking a knock. And Marvin Jones is going to come back into the game. Good job of officiating here. Kozlovskis just wanting to get everybody to calm down, to sit down, and let these guys do their jobs. And now an offensive foul. Turns it right back over. Likoyannis wasn't too amused by that one, but they called it on Love. Wojciech Liszka goes over and has a word with Likoyannis. Again, the atmosphere in the Sinan Erdem Dome, second to none right now. What theater? Here's Bost. Oh, just gliding down the lane. He misses the shot. And the ball goes out of bounds. He'll be upset with himself. He should have had that. Egi Adar, meanwhile, not able to save it. So it's Egi Adar, Akun Purcell, Bost, Kabajat, and Onjai on the court for the team in white, Galatasaray. Haven't seen Blackshear re-enter the game yet. And now they've gotten themselves in trouble, mouthing off at the referee. That was D. Bost. Felt like he should have had a whistle blown for a foul. But these guys have been walking a fine line. DeLeo way outside. Manzares gets it over to Love, steps in, that's good. Tell you, when Love puts it up, it is money in the bank. He looks good with that release. Love came in, surprisingly not shooting that high percentage. Akun Purcell, meanwhile, puts it up off the glass and gets Galatasaray back up by several points. Defense picking up. He knows Rufan Onjai. When he enters the game, it's all about putting pressure on the passer and trying to get that fast break going the other way. Here's Manzadas. Travels. So good defense by D. Bost. Manzares did well there. He was in a good position, but he just kind of shuffled his feet as he made his move towards the basket. He is not shy, number 44. Wow. That's the I'm the player of the year three-pointer from Akun Purcell. That stuff is amazing. And quickly, Jermaine Love answers. I mean, it is, to me, remarkable that Love comes into this shooting 33.3% from the floor, because his shot is pure. Now a foul has been called. How about Akun Purcell, though? I mean, he's had some big games this season. He's having a huge game tonight. 16 points already. That foul, Marvin Jones, number 2, so that's something that Likianis is going to have to keep an eye on. Kabaja has it. Going to try his luck against DeLeo. Nowhere to go. Puts it up anyway. Gets it to go. Wow. Well, if he's going to make that shot with his right hand, there's not much more DeLeo can do. Here's DeLeo, and Egiata had a hand on it. Now Bost. Open floor, gets it back to Kabaja. Oh, how about Kabaja? Number 6. If it was a mismatch when he was guarding Manzadas, it's also a mismatch when he's got the basketball, and Manzadas is trying to guard him. Again, only turned 20 years of age recently. Now the ball off of Akun Purcell, who's out of bounds. Excuse me, Kabaja does turn 21 on December 13th. I got that wrong. So here he is again, spinning. Look at this. How about this? Give it up for the young man. 12 points. Tersheku Ereren. Thank you very much. That's my best imitation of, here we go, pronunciation rather, is thank you. And the ball goes out of bounds. Great D by Adar. Great effort, Adar, against the more experienced Marvin Jones. Galatasaray fans sense a big moment here. Their team can get on top of PAOK. Now drifting in, missing was Christodoulou. Okpan Ulubai in the game right now for Galatasaray, having checked in. Number 13, guarding the basketball. DeLeo can't get the drop, and there's Goksena Coxel going in for the offensive rebound and being pushed by Love. And just right in front of the referee. It was not a big push, but it was definitely a push. Akun Purcell goes out, and Melo Trimble re-enters the game. And Mansaras hears it from his compatriot, Likianis. Kolopolos comes back into the game. Number 31. And Coxel, boy, that was a rough-looking free throw from Coxon and Coxel. And believe it or not, that's his first free throw make of the season. First trip to the line from Coxel gets 1 of 2 points. 1 of 2 rather for Galatasaray. Christodoulou goes back out. Obede comes back in. 13-point advantage from Galatasaray. Now PAOK again showed they could play from behind when they won at Erenimburg. So they are a very dangerous team, even facing a deficit like this. Ekremimnem will not need to be reminded of that. And so meanwhile, Ulubai goes back out, and Kerry Blackshear Jr. comes back in. Here's Love. That time he was short. Bost left wide open. Good. How about that, D. Bost? D, full of glee, shows him who's the boss, and forcing another timeout by PAOK, who are reeling a little bit here in the second quarter, trailing by 16 points, their largest deficit of the game.
Jay, how are you? You cannot be that stupid. I say thumb, and his player is sitting. Go here, you goddamn fucking asshole. Go here to do the screen, go higher. Go higher to do the screen so he will come and get the ball. Is it so hard? Or do Popao get the ball and get him handled?
Well, apologies for the some of the colorful language that comes out of the huddles during these intense affairs. It was Kabaja, when it looked like maybe he had bitten off more than he can chew, but he went up and scored and didn't even switch the ball to his right hand, and this time he just had wonderful footwork and was able to get in and score. And the way the Galatasaray are playing right now, they look like a very, very tough team. So it's going to be a long road back for this PAOK team, you would think. Although there's no doubt they're going to have their runs. In that first meeting between the two, that was won 81-74 by PAOK. They outscored Galatasaray in the second half. I mean, it was Galatasaray who had the better first half. There's a three-pointer coming right out for DeLeo. So that'll please Likianis. Egi Arad out to the corner and traveling on Coxel. It's in Coxel. Kolopolos. He has to be guarded. He's shown that ability to drill it. And here's Marvin Jones, or no, Obede rather, getting it down low and powering his way up for a couple points. So 5 unanswered points now for PAOK coming out of the timeout. Blackshear back to the basket, out to Melo Trimble. Coxel from the left corner. Well, you gotta tip your hat to him for having that confidence in his shot. You know, in that first meeting, I was going to say Galatasaray led by as many as 14 points. So the fact that PAOK came back to win that one. They will get some confidence from it, albeit that was at home. Ogbede. Marvin Jones, the rebound. Oh, boy, wonderful play by Jones. Marvin is starving for those rebounds. Blackshear. And excellent effort by Egiata, keeping it alive. It goes out of bounds off Ogbede. Here is Ogbede goes out, getting some coaching before he sits down from Likianis. Boss turns into the paint, puts it up, and gets it to drop. I don't believe that was a putback. I think that was just a great play by Bost. Interesting to see who they did give that basket to here in the first half. Kolopolos. And Melotrimble knocks his pass out of bounds. Just 5 on the shot clock. And Kolopolos this time way too long, but he had no choice. He had to launch it with the shot clock about to expire. The three-point shot has been the story in many respects in this first half. Here's Bost. Short. Coxel followed up and couldn't control the rebound. Galatasaray 9 of 14 from three-point range, now 9 of 15 after that miss. Blackshear goes out, and Okpan Ulubai comes back into the game. Kolopolos takes what the defense gives him and gets to the rim and gets to the line. Wow. You can only be impressed with what number 31 has done off the bench tonight. So with that drive, Kolopolos has got 8 points. He has a chance for 9. So timeout called by Galatasaray. Çiçek Akyol on that coaching staff, former Turkey international.
Okay, watch the mid-post catch. If no, but corner pick and roll, hit the other pick and roll, follow, and play aggressive. In zone, we are too soft. We just moving the ball slowly. Take a pass, make a pass, stay in the gaps. Don't skip the shot. Inside and play strong.
This was coming out of the last time out. PAOK getting some good looks. And this was one of those shots with Coxel after he had turned it over, makes it, and from the corner. And then DeBost got into the paint. But Kolopolos, we've seen him. We've seen his three-point shot, and we've also seen him now put the ball on the deck and get to the rim. If they're not going to give him the three, well, go past your man. And if nobody picks you up, all the better. So a chance for a three-point play. He can cut the deficit to 10 points here. Coach Likianis is going to have some interesting tactics to discuss at halftime. Christodoulos come back into the game for Jermaine Love, and Kolopolos does not make the free throw. Haven't had too many free throws tonight for either team. DeBost open. Boy, it looks good. just off to the left. PAOK having trailed by as many as 16 right now, are down by 11. Kolopolos. Jones, oh boy, how about the big fella hitting the three? And just like that, it's an 8-point deficit. And they might get the basketball back as well. And they do get it back. DeLeo with the steal. Akun Purcell turns it over, and then Trimble comes right back and gets it for Galatasaray. DeLeo fell asleep. So good alert play by Galatasaray. And Trimble, who I would imagine is going to take the shot. Here he is. Gets in. Great defense by Jones. And PAOK puts it up from a long way, and that is short. So Christodoulou's attempt not there. And Galatasaray, having led by 16, go to halftime on top, 48-40 over PAOK. Nine threes for Galatasaray, 5 for PAOK. Both teams shooting well over 50% inside the arc as well. And as I said, not too many free throws. Interestingly, Galatasaray controlling the boards right now. But PAOK with a couple more assists. And here is Coxel speaking to somebody as he leaves the court. Akun Purcell with 16 points, leads all scorers. Boss 10, Kabaja 9. Love has 12 points to lead the way for PAOK. Well, the game has been everything that we expected and even more. I mean, just an incredible atmosphere here in the Sinan Erdem Dome. And Galatasaray coming out fully focused, playing with energy and executing a lot, but have made a couple of perhaps, or not mistakes, but have had a couple of lapses right at the end, which has allowed PAOK to come back and pull to within 8 points at the break, which for them is nothing to overcome when you look at their recent track record. Love started out as hot as a firecracker. He cooled off a little bit. Mellow. It's not just about the scoring, but the providing for him. Kolopolos, how about him coming off the bench and contributing 8 important points? But of course, after that three, Akun Purcell leaked out early and scored with the fast break. And you're always going to see Trimble hit some threes. Kolopolos, his perimeter shooting is crucial. Kabaja, meanwhile, has done a little bit of everything tonight as well, raising some eyebrows. Jermaine Love, I would imagine, is going to figure pretty prominently in the second half, as will that man there, Akun Purcell. I wonder why Ekrem took Akun Purcell out for as long as he did, because he could do no wrong when he was in the game, including hitting that long three. Love pulling up at the line. And again, Kabaja, this is no, don't, you're going too far, you're doing too much. But then he was able to put up and score, even though we went up with that right hand. It's just an incredible talent, or a great talent. You know, he's got size, he's got time on his side as a youngster. And then again, D-Boss, I feel like his perimeter game has really improved the past several years. DeLeo hitting that shot. Ogbede has been tough down low. And Goxen and Coxel getting that open three and taking it. So Galatasaray giving the green light to put him up from deep. Big shot from Kolopolos. And Jones again. .40. So Jermaine Love didn't really put a foot wrong in this first half offensively, hitting 6 of 8 shots. He's got 12 points, and he is leading his team in scoring here at halftime. So he's played 2 other games, both of them wins. Since he joined, he had 10 points in the win over Nymburk and 14 in the first meeting against Galatasaray, when he also hit 3 3-pointers. So he is a player that is going to be, one would imagine, crucial in the second half. And Akun Purcell, no surprise, he's leading this team in scoring with 16 points at the break. He came in to this game as his team's leading scorer, and his numbers, 4 of 4 from 3-point range, just make him all the more dangerous. Through 4 games, he's averaging 22.3 points per game. You would think that he would surpass his average tonight. Jarek Harding of Aaron Nymburk, also in this group, averaging 22.8 points per game. So Akun Purcell, and that 3 there was just breathtaking. Has been sweet tonight. Ritas Vilnius getting their 2nd win. Oh, they haven't finished! Indoor with the dunk! Hunt waits for Odiase. There's the pick. Now Hunt gets it back to the big man, and he goes up for the dunk. Impressive. Holston looks for space. He gets in the paint. He lobs, and Abdelai Loon throws it down. Shot clock winding down. Demsa has it. Russell's in the right corner. Demsa, he gets to the paint. He takes it all the way. Wow. Well, not very, turning it over cheaply there, and the pass goes up to Griffin, who looks it off and throws it down. Griffin made it look like he was going to pass. Watch this. Here, you take it. No, I'll take it. These 2 teams at halftime. So Akun Purcell with 16 points, leading the scoring for Galatasaray, and hoping that he can add to that tally in the second half. So 16 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist for Devon Akun-Purcell, who wears number 44. Wouldn't be too surprised to see him get 44 points one night to match his jersey number. Maybe that's why he likes to wear it. Gives him a target because he is not shy about putting the basketball up. But the one thing that we have to say about this PAOK team is, again, that they have come from behind to win, not only against Galatasaray in the first meeting when they trailed by 14 points. Of course, that was an early deficit. But they also came from behind. They trailed by 15 points against Aaron Nimberg in their previous Basketball Champions League game. And they were able to come back and to win that one. So this is a team that is, shall we say, comfortable when they are playing from behind. At least they were in those 2 games. And that, you know, that game against Galatasaray was in Thessaloniki. The game against Nimberg was on the road. When you also add in the fact that their 2 defeats, PAOK have been by a combined 5 points. You know that they've actually been one of the better teams in this competition this season. They lost by just 4 points at Igukea on game day 1, and then on game day 2 they were at home and they lost to Aaron Nimberg 84-83. That was on October 12th. But since that time, they've come back and reeled off a couple of wins. So Jermaine Love will again figure prominently, one would imagine, for PAOK as they come out. I found it really interesting going back and listening to the press conference after their last game at Nimberg when they won, and it was interesting how Coach Likianis talked about his team not how they changed their approach, but only in the 4th quarter defensively by switching on screens against Aaron Nimberg. And that was a game in which they really did just completely shut down Nimberg in that 4th quarter. I guess they didn't want to give them a lot of time to adjust to the tactical switch, and Likianis is distinguishing himself, I would think, as a coach that can make adjustments. He can look ahead, know what needs to happen, and draw up the game plan, and then it's all about the execution. And that's why you can see some of the frustration from him in this game. Some of the execution in his mind was not there on several plays, and that's why he really expressed some discontent during some timeouts, or also when pulling a couple of his players out. But I've been impressed by him, and I've been impressed by this PAOK team, which has had a lot of memorable performances over the years in the Basketball Champions League. So the fans here tonight being treated to a good one, and with Galatasaray 3-1 in Group E, they are up at the top. They are in pole position. They win tonight. They know they are going to the round of 16. So they want to take care of business, but they're up just by 8 points, and you wonder really if that lead could be, or at least should be, even bigger than it is, because they were up by 16 points and just perhaps lacked a little bit of execution themselves down the stretch.
Make your pass, get in the good sequence and play aggressive and be ready. Don't skip a shot or pass. Inside, make good concepts, make good passes. Hey, if man to man, first offense still, if not. Καμαριανός, Τέρε, Andreas in the beginning.
So again, as we look at Alexander Glizic, one of the 3 referees coming out for the second half, because IGK have won tonight. PAOK know that if they win, well, they all know, all the teams know, there could end up being a 4-way tie with 4 clubs with 3-3 records after game day 6. Now, also because IGK have won, Galatasaray know that if they win, they will win the group. So that is the carrot, or that is the aim. Win tonight, and you're in the round of 16. You can avoid any type of business about trying to get in, about going into the playoff to try to get to the round of 16. Second half action underway here in Istanbul, and it's Galatasaray starting and getting an early shot. What a pass from Akun Purcell to Kravish. They drew that up beautifully, and the lead goes to 10. Chance for 3-point play. Excuse me, that was a pass from Blackshear. And Memnun really puts his team through some good drills, and you can see when they execute, it is a beautiful thing to watch. It's like a surgeon carving up the opponent. Kolopolos had a look over at the referee, thought there was a push. DeLeo gets it down low to Ogbede, and he's fouled. So Blackshear picks up foul number 3. We got a lot of ball there. I always think anytime you come from up high, though, you're at risk of getting that foul, and Blackshear did. Ogbede makes the first. So Likianis, that's pretty good body language over there from the PAOK coach. It's almost as if he's thinking, got him right where we want him. We're down by 10 points. This is when we start to come to grips with the game. So both teams getting some good offensive execution here at the start of the second half. Bost from deep, that's good. 3-pointers keep falling. Wow. D, I'm the Bost. And you're going to be counting the cost with your PAOK if you don't start getting a hand up in the face of those 3-point shooters. DeLeo answers with a 3. How about that? Delightful, DeLeo. Trimble to Blackshear. Bost again, steps into it. Not this time. Love holds it up, stops right in front of Memnun. Calls the play. DeLeo spins. Oh, he gets rejected by Kravish. Nevertheless, the ball goes out to PAOK. Akun Purcell. Now they're off and running. It's a 4-on-2 break. Akun Purcell gets it to Melo Trimble. That's money in the bank. That's right. Trimble just makes another deposit and another 3-pointer, and multiple 3-pointers once again from Melo Trimble, and the lead goes back to 12 points. Tell you, those turnovers, of course, that came right at the end of the shot clock, but those turnovers are important because Galatasaray have scored 14 points off of those PAOK turnovers tonight. And if we thought Galatasaray might cool off from 3-point range, they haven't so far. They are continuing to drill the threes. And Kolopolos drives in. And foul before the shot. So Kravish with a little bit of a picked him up there, and that was Kravish's swat at the other end. Egiara comes in, so Kravish with 3 fouls, and that could be an important development. And a little bit out of control, driving in. Oh, taking one for the team was Egiarar. Egiarar might have to come out. Camarianos picks up the personal. Ooh. I think he's gotten the wind knocked out of him. He either got the wind knocked out of him or, yeah, it looks like he took the knee right to the gut. Nikos Camarianos, the 24-year-old, with the collision, sends Egiarar out of the game, and who I think is finding it hard to breathe. But that means Kabaja comes back in. Penetration, Trimble, and free throws coming for Melo Trimble. Well, Trimble came in to this game having hit all 6 of his free throws on the season. As you look at some switching going on. So Melo Trimble makes the first. So he's not trying to jinx him here, but he's at 100% on the season. 7 of 7. Now 8 of 8. Marvin Lewis, how about that? Shooter's bounce. We've seen his three-point shot. Now we've seen him hit a mid-range shot. Akun Purcell got into a little trouble, was able to get it to D. Bost. Blackshear, and he's fouled by Jermaine Love. So 4 fouls on Jermaine Love. That is a bad development for PAOK. He's got to be careful he doesn't say anything. He doesn't want to find himself picking up a technical. Blackshear. That free throw takes it back up to a 13-point lead for Galatasaray. And Jermaine Love indeed has to take a seat, and that is a blow. Still got some firepower out there, including Kouliopoulos, who's got the basketball. Kouliopoulos travels. Well, he kind of attacked the basket. There was contact. Yeah, he kind of went into Kabaja. I think the refs got that right. He's a player that likes to have the contact. And the Galatasaray fans loving it. So Kouliopoulos goes out, and the veteran Manzares comes back into the game. Akun Purcell goes behind the back, puts it up, and a little long. Long rebound for DeLeo. Lewis, who has provided some offense, backs his way down low and tries to get it into the corner to Christodoulou. They call him Melo Trimble. Got his hand on it. Went out of bounds, so not much time left on the shot clock. Lewis, and puts up an air ball. Here's Trimble on the break. Out to Akun Purcell. Gets it back to Kabaja. Steps into it, and not there, but the follow from Akun Purcell not there either. And Kabaja bumps Manzares as he crosses midcourt.
İkinci fark Galatasaray NEF'in 4. takım halinde bu çeyrekteki takım halen oldu.
Gotta be honest, Kabaja clearly not playing the ball. They could look at that if they wanted as an unsportsmanlike, and I think they are. I think they're going to look at this. There's absolutely no attempt by Kabaja to play the basketball, and I think they're going to call this an unsportsmanlike. He needs to reach for that ball. He doesn't even reach for it. Yeah, that's going to be an unsportsmanlike. That's where I'm putting my money. So unsportsmanlike, signaled by Wojciech Liska, and you got the technology. If you're not sure at the time, go and make use of the technology. They do, and it's confirmed he has indeed committed an unsportsmanlike. So then Gallas Manzares gets the first one to go. And the second could be a huge trip down the floor for PAOK, but the young Kabaja has to put it behind him. Next time, at least reach for the basketball to give yourself a chance for that not to be called an unsportsmanlike. Quick pass, look at him. And Cristodolo hits it from three. So indeed, it was a 5-point trip down the floor, and it's back to an 8-point game. Oh, Kabaja. And who is this going to be on? I think it's going to be on PAOK. And, yep. Ooh, I don't know. So the foul was called on Mihail Kambidis, and in fairness to Blackshear, he's had some kind of 50-50 calls go against him in this game, so he was due one, but he does not make the free throw. And you kind of get the sense after the 5-point trip down the floor previously for PAOK, and now with Galatasaray first missing their shot, and now Blackshear missing his first free throw. This is the first time that they have wobbled just a little bit. PAOK, are they ready to make their move? They trailed by 16 points in the game. Remember, Galatasaray win, they clinch a spot in the round of 16. They clinch first place in this group. Marvin Jones, oh, excellent D from Trimble. And now great D from Akun Purcell. Wonderful defense from Galatasaray, but you also have to wonder what was PAOK trying to do on that possession. The phrase, move the ball, comes to mind. They had all the momentum, and all of a sudden, Galatasaray had the basketball back into Blackshear. Oh, you kidding me? What a play for Blackshear. He goes to the line for a potential three-point play. First of all, the great catch and feeling the contact alertly, makes the move to the basket. And just like that, after the poor offensive execution for PAOK, Galatasaray seizing the moment, going back up by 11 points. Now it's a 12-point lead. And the Galatasaray fans breathing a little bit easier. And that right there, that sequence, probably the most important sequence of the game for Galatasaray and certainly for Blackshear. Timeout, PAOK.
David, you are out. La mesa, Giorgio. Communicate on defense. Αν το βλέπεις ότι το έχεις σπάσει και είναι εκεί, μείνε στο παίχτη σου.
Well, it has been every bit as intense in this second half as the first. PAOK trying to make their run. But each time Galatasaray have had answers. They call him Melo Trimble hitting that three-pointer. And then this terrific catch and shot made by Blackshear. And getting a chance to go to the line for the three-point play. So the three-point play has pushed the lead back to 64-52 in favor of the hosts tonight. Remember, they lost the first meeting 81-74 back on October 25th. That's their only loss in the Basketball Champions League this season. And that was the first of 2 wins for PAOK. Now the pass batted away. Akun Purcell has it. Bost in the open floor. Decides to step back and put up a three, and that shot was falling in the first half. Gambidas. Now Manzares. Gambidas open. Oh, did not look good. Blackshear rebounds it. They call him Melo Trimble. He misses that one, and Manzares coming back now for PAOK. So the three-point shooting cooling off just a little bit for Galatasaray, as you would have expected. Now 11 of 23. Into the corner it goes, and PAOK also missing. That was Yorgos Kambidas. Kambaridis. And D. Bost just kind of fumbles the basketball away. Not sure what happened there. Just lost his concentration. Oh, wonderful step through from Christodoulou. He misses. Kambaridis gets it. Outside it goes to Manzares. Both teams now struggling offensively. And Manzares, oh boy, silky smooth. He got to the rim and missed the layup. Less than 3 minutes remaining now in the third quarter. Akun Purcell has cooled off or been quiet in this second half. He's got it now. Shot clock winding down. Gets it to Melo Trimble. Doesn't drop. Kambaridis gets it over to Manzares. Oh boy, the pass kind of deflected into the path of Bost. Akun Purcell on the break. Oh, that ball went down and came out. And then a foul called. Going for the rebound on Blackshear.
Galatasaray NEF and PAOK.
No, excuse me. They called the foul on Gameday of PAOK. And it was Blackshear that was fouled. So he goes back to the free throw line. Boy, this has been his quarter. He's really asserted himself in this low post here. And Memnum weighing up his options. Blackshear again gets both free throws to drop. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Blackshear. Lead back to 14 points for Galatasaray. If they win, they clinch first place in the group and they go straight to the round of 16. That's because Igokea won their game against Aaron Nimberg yesterday. And the miss for PAOK quickly bossed. And Bost elects to take it back outside. Bost down low to Kabaja. Oh boy, what strength by Kabaja. He took the contact and then he was able to get the basketball and go up. This has been the best game I've ever seen him play, to be honest. He has been strong. Polopolos. 3-point shot. And PAOK are in a drought. Down 16 points. And a foul called here on Galatasaray. Yep, the reach. They called the reach. Akun Purcell, he might have gotten the ball, but he also got him on the arm. So Christodoulou will go to the line. Uruguay comes back into the game. Gambarides goes out. Camarianos back into the game. So Kabaja, his season high in the Basketball Champions League is 11 points, which he scored against Igokea. But he did a lot of his damage at the free throw line in that game. He was 6 of 8. Christodoulou takes his time, makes the first. Well, looks like we're going to get a look at PAOK's youngster, Apostolos Rumoglu. Going to check into the game. So just 18 years of age, one of these nice stories in the Basketball Champions League when so many youngsters get a taste of the big time. He's now guarding the basketball, or rather he's guarding the man in the corner. Christodoulou meanwhile picks up the foul. Galatasaray have been strong tonight. It's Christodoulou's first foul. Melo Trimble gets it to go. Biggest lead of the game now. Oh no, excuse me, it's back to 15 points. And then back to 16. Coxon and Coxel guarding Kolopolos. Christodoulou. And powering his way up down low was Ogbede, and he was fouled, it appears, by Bost. May have been on Kabaja. It was indeed. It was on Kabaja, so that's his third foul. And not a good time to be missing free throws for PAOK. Ogbede, though, does not get that first one to drop. And the left-hander makes the second. Remember, PAOK were down by 15 points in their last game to Erenimburg and came back to win, but it might not be happening tonight if Galatasaray heat up again. That was DeBost with another three-pointer. 16 points for DeBost, and as you can see, he has been terrific from deep. 4 three-pointers. Anybody will take 40% from deep. Here's the young man. Oh, boy, that is a good-looking shot from the 18-year-old. Romaglu. Kabaja the other way. Hits a three right at the end of the quarter. And he has got a season high. Here he is again. No hesitation. Confidently takes the stroke. The three-pointers, they have been falling for Galatasaray. Kabaja. Electric stuff from the young man. Still just 20 years of age. He's got 14 points. 76-58. Galatasaray on top of PAOK. 10 minutes remaining. With 5 more threes for Galatasaray. And another make inside the arc. And
10 minutes. Come on.
Pretty equal from the free throw line.
Remains inside. David, I want you inside as a 4. Okay. We have the offense.
Kabaja has been tough. Season high 14 points. And you can understand why Turkey, they just have such a deep talent pool, young players, and so many of these young players in Turkey getting the opportunity to play in the Basketball Champions League. And it's a beautiful thing you could see, but also some excellent work from also the imports, the likes of DeBost. And for PAOK, DeLeo came to life a little bit at the start of the third. Blackshear had a good third quarter. Melo Trimble continues to torment the opposition. He's 3 of 6 from three-point range, 13 points, 16 for Bost, 16 for Akun Purcell. So all 16 of those coming in the first half. So Love back in the game with 4 fouls. Guarded closely on the sideline, nowhere to go, and the jump ball called. He was tied up. Hasn't been his night tonight. He had a good first half, but the foul trouble sent him to the bench.
Bütün salon eşlik edebilir mi lütfen? Galatasaray NEF'in birinci takım farklı Galatasaray NEF'in öncülüğü çıkan oyuncu Sadık Kamaş'a. Yeniden oyuncu Kim Ulaşır. Galatasaray NEF'in başkan lider oyuncu Will Dreamer'ın yerine giren oyuncu Mary Jones. İki serbest atış kullanacak. Serbest atış kullanacak. Şimdi hücuma bir PAOK'ta kimse oturmuyor yerine. Sinan Erdem'de müthiş bir görüntü oluyor. Hücum süresi doldu. Hücum akıyor.
So very, very difficult time here for PAOK. Is down by 20 points. Love picks up the technical foul. And just a horrendous few minutes for them. And this was Coxel. But Likianis knows his team's season will not end. Here they are. DeLeo lets it fly from a meter behind the arc. Wow, who knows? The way PAOK have been able to come from behind this season, you'd never write off their chances, but it's going to take something special. DeLeo with now 10 points. Jermaine Love, though, out of the game with the 5 fouls. DeBost missing, and that probably helps PAOK, especially if they go down and hit another 3 or even get a 2 to get it back to a 15-point game. Entry pass down low to Lewis, and then he is fouled by Blackshear. That stops the clock. Here's another look at it. Blackshear is out of the game now, and another foul. And you don't want to get over the limit here as well, which would put PAOK on the line and give them an opportunity to score those easy ones. But Goxin and Coxel bowls over his opponent, but at least he hasn't put him on the free throw line. But Blackshear on the bench with the 4 fouls. Leo hands it off. You know, when you're down 17 with 6:10 remaining, you have to say the clock is definitely the enemy already for this PAOK team. Now the drive, oh boy, Manzardas, right idea, but the pass just was not there to Lewis. Three-point shot. It's long. And Akun Purcell with the rebound, and Galatasaray and their fans can taste it. The round of 16 awaits if they can protect this lead and get that 4th win of the season. They will sew up first place in the group and a direct ticket to the round of 16. Now Lewis takes it away. Sloppy ball handling by Galatasaray. Kolopolos misses on the break, and Kravic gets it, now throws it up the floor. Coxel unselfishly, he gives it to Bost, who misses the layup, but then Akun Purcell puts it up and in, and from his standpoint, it only adds to his tally. I don't know how Bost missed his layup. So Akun Purcell with his first field goal of the second half after scoring the 16 points in the first. And he goes to the line for a potential 3-point play. Remember, he came in averaging over 22 points per game. And DeBost is going to go out. Probably a little bit of tiredness creeping in for Bost. That's the only explanation for a missed layup like that. So Ekron Memnum pulls him out and brings Melo Trimble back in. Akun Purcell. Sensational first half and almost anonymous in the second until now. So Marvin Lewis hears it from his coach as he goes out. And again, 5:22 remaining in the game, a 20-point mountain to climb for PAOK. It is going to take something special. And they try to feed it down low. Kolopolos, well, they bat it around, and there is Christodoulou picking it up and putting it in to cut it back to 18 points. They're not certainly desperate for the threes yet, but they soon will be looking more for those threes. And the 3-point shot not there for Galatasaray, not understanding that shot selection so early, but I guess Akun Purcell was wide open, so he decided to take it. Kolopolos. DeLeo gets it Now they pass it around. Oh, tough drive and tough finish from Nikos Kamarianos. And back to a 16-point deficit. Kotsal was smart not to reach in to try to prevent the layup. He could have given away a three-point play.
Selection, run down, come down and run the offense. Set the screens. Watch zone. If zone horns into two, quick. Watch press also, press break. Each three players help, open show. If man to man, three down nose. Okay, if nothing happens, further options. Guys, attack to rim, play. Play defense, it's not over. Play.
Well, Galatasaray have really been worth the price of admission tonight, the way they've gotten after it. But again, you have to tip your hat to PAOK, how they have approached this season. They don't give up. They play for 40 minutes. Now, Ekrem Memnun addressed the issue of shot selection during that timeout. He doesn't want to just see balls going up early in the shot clock. He wants to see some good ball movement. Trimble. And hooks in and Kotsal. Boy, that was not a good looking shot either. Here they are on the break. Christodoulou. Kolopoulos. Well, they don't seem like they're in a hurry, but they better be. And over the limit, Galatasaray, so that stops the clock. Kotsal called for the foul. And free throws coming for PAOK. So Nikos Kamarianos, who just scored his first 2 points of the game, will also go to the line. Kamarianos, to call these vital free throws would be putting it mildly. And the second is good as well. Kamarianos. And now back to 14 points. And really with Galatasaray, this is where you just absolutely have to be smart. PAOK not showing signs of panic, but they are trailing by 14. Let's listen to their coach during the timeout.
Keep the ball in front of you. I don't want you to lose balance. I want you to be stable and keep the fucking players in front of you. You understand me? We are playing switching man to man. We switch everything. Okay. Try to avoid. Yes, okay. Okay, okay.
Well, the reality is we look at some of these highlights. Galatasaray still have to take care of about 3 minutes and 50 seconds. They can't turn it over to lead to fast breaks. If they foul, they put PAOK on the line. They want to keep that clock ticking. But you still have to play. You still have to run your offense. Still have to be aggressive, but we'll see if they can hold up under the pressure. Galatasaray going up against PAOK Thessaloniki, who've won their last 2 games, including 1 game against Galatasaray in Thessaloniki. And much better. Trimble coming off and missing the shot, though. And again, another chance for PAOK. 3.5 minutes remaining. Kolopoulos, he hit those threes in the first half. He's been guarded by Kravish, though. Christodoulou, boy, that was on line, but it was long. Ogbeke gets it out, and Kolopoulos drives in and gets blocked by Kabaja, one of the players of the game, no doubt about it, for this Galatasaray outfit. The pass to Trimble. He gets it to Kabaja. Oh, look at Kabaja. Give me a break. Are you kidding me? What effort by the young man. He really has shown his potential tonight, folks. Number 6. He started to figure things out. 16 points, the difference. And now Kravic with the ball, 2.5 minutes remaining, and Galatasaray have weathered the last 2 offenses by PAOK. Oh, what a spin from Akun Purcell. They're going to call the foul before the drive. Kolopolos. Kolopolos thought he had a layup here, but Kabaja is just everywhere right now. Here's Kabaja again. That time a little long. Kabaja, though, is 16 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple of blocks and a steal. Plus 23 efficiency. The spin, the turn, and the miss by Ogbede. Akun Purcell has a knocked out of his hands by Kolopolos. Trips, falls down. Akun Purcell looks like he's going to be whistled for the personal. Kolopolos makes the first. Blackshear, I think in the crucial moments of this game, he was really good for Galatasaray in that third quarter when it felt like PAOK had every chance to come back into the game. Blackshear was tough. Here's Faust again. The Kravic. Oh, what a sweet jumper, a sweet jump hook that is from Kravic. We've seen that a few times tonight. I think the one thing that we've learned from Galatasaray tonight is that if they come into a game well prepared, focused, on the task, they are going to be tough customers. I mean, they are definitely in the reckoning. They are closing in on the spot in the round of 16. What a season it's been for Gala here in Istanbul. And right now in the process of avenging the defeat, the only defeat they've suffered this season against PAOK. And we've seen so many good things from Galatasaray tonight. I mean, where do you start? The incredible first half from Akun Purcell. D. Balst has been really tough. He's had 4 threes, 16 points, 8 assists, 2 steals. Sadiq Emir Kabaja with 16 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of blocks and a steal. And he's the highest rated player in the game, the 20-year-old. Plus 20 efficiency. Kravic has been tough. Melo Trimble has been tough. Blackshear has been tough. Coxel came in and gave some good minutes, as did Okben Ulabai and Rudvan Anjay Egi Arar. It has been a great, great effort from Galatasaray here tonight against PAOK, who seemed to come ready, but Galatasaray just were not going to be denied tonight. It has been a wonderful effort for Ekrem Memnun's team. And Lukianis, I think he will like his team's chances of still getting into the top second or third spot there to get into the round of 16 playoffs. But Galatasaray win it 87-75 over PAOK. They clinch their spot in the round of 16. Well, digest those numbers, if you will. 14 more threes for Galatasaray. Excuse me, 14 made threes for Galatasaray. They won the rebounding battle. One more steal. It took a very, very determined and focused effort from Galatasaray to turn back this PAOK team tonight. So Akun Purcell 16 of his 20 in the first half. Kabija and Boss each with 16. Jones led the way with 15. Love had 12 points in the first half, but just couldn't really get it going in the second half. And yeah, now is a good time to take pictures. It's all about moving on. It's about surviving and advancing and making sure you're at the party. You don't want to go out early. And don't tell me that these fans didn't have a big impact on the game tonight. They were sensational. Now, from an hour before the game, all the way through the game, and even now, still singing. How can you not play your heart out when you have this type of support behind you? Electric stuff in the C9 Aerodom Dome here for Galatasaray, having by far their best effort in the Basketball Champions League, booking their place in the round of 16. Obviously the fans loving Gökçen Köksal as he comes over and salutes the crowd. Thanks to him for coming out tonight. Köksal plays with so much passion and heart. He hit that big three-pointer tonight. And really seems to have the confidence of his coach. Wonderful, wonderful effort again for Galatasaray, who take care of business and get to the round of 16. But a lot of tough games to win if they want to advance to the latter stages of this competition. There's no doubt about that. They won't be fooled into thinking that. They've got some hard games ahead, but at least they've taken care of the first order of business, and that's to get to the round of 16. Well, it was really a great game of basketball. Points in this game. PAOK have a team that if they execute, play to the way their coach draws up the game plan, they've got a chance to beat anybody. And I think we even saw that tonight in their 12-point defeat. This can be a good learning experience for them, but I think it has reinforced the idea that Galatasaray, if they come out and play to their maximum and they execute and they focus, they are going to be every bit the competitor, the contender in year number 6 of the Basketball Champions League. So Kabija, I think, kind of almost had his coming out party tonight. Finished as the highest rated player efficiency-wise for Galatasaray. What a story. The 20-year-old Sadiq Emir Kabija, 16 points, 6 rebounds. There he is, plus 24 efficiency, which was a game high. And this will be a moment I'm sure that he's going to remember, and he'll want to save some of the photos in the newspapers after this game, because I'm pretty sure his name is going to be in a few headlines. So PAOK, it's going to be back to the drawing board for them. They will have a tough home game against Igukea that they're going to have to win. Now remember, Igukea won the first meeting against PAOK back on October 5th, 68-64, and Igukea also won against Aaron Nimbert yesterday. So they have every intention of taking that second or third spot to move on to the round of 16 playoffs, or to the play-in round for the round of 16, as much as Galatasaray. Galatasaray, meanwhile, will finish their season up at Air Nymburk, who still have a lot riding on this. So Galatasaray 4-1. They clinch first place in the group. They advance to the round of 16. And following that, you've got 3 teams with 2-3 records: Nymburk, Igokea, and PAOK, all to play for still heading into that last game day in Group E. So from the C9 Airdom Dome Arena, Galatasaray roll to an 87-75 win over PAOK. It's mission accomplished for the team in Istanbul.